I'm one of the members of the Engage group at Farnham and District Model Railway Club. We built this layout at Wickwar. I did lots of the work on the artwork for it. It is a completely separate removable backseam, which means we don't have a join in it, which is fantastic. It rolls up. It's on 1mm Foamex, which is quite stiff, but it will roll up and we can put it in a garden bin bag for transport. It was done from photographs taken from this side of the valley, moving along, and then stitched together in Photoshop, and a little bit of stretching needed in places so that it actually matched the layout. And we recently increased it by about a foot, so it goes right the way to the top, and that's made a huge difference because it's now completely enclosed, and I think people's view is concentrated on the layout. We obviously got the photographs from the time. There are lots of them taken from the station platform. There are not many taken from other angles. Aerial photographs, typically around the late 40s, were very useful for some things. We're also helped by the fact that a lot of these buildings are still there. The hotel, the brewery, the storage was cider. Those were okay. We were very lucky. We looked on eBay and found somebody selling a postcard of the signal box, which was the only close-up we'd ever found of that. Yet there are some 1 or 2 bits like the goods yard. We don't have a good shot of the goods yard. It's one distant aerial photograph, so we'd love to find a better one. But also when we were at the brewery, we got a lot of local people coming who'd lived around here and told us extra things, and the local council helped. And most of all, the brewery itself produced a lot of plans from the 50s. When they were digging through, they found them all, said, "Is this any use?" The baseboards are all built out of a layer of styrofoam with lightweight ply glued on either side, and then in between it's simply foam which has been sculpted to the right shape. Again, it's styrofoam, which is a very strong foam, and then we've used sculptor mould, which is a plaster paper mache mix which sticks onto the foam on top to form a hard surface and painted over. And the places where we've got the track actually have ply underneath. We've got 4 cameras on the way out. There are actually 2 hidden in the goods shed, 1 at each end. There's another one hidden in a bush down there, which is one of the nicest shots because it shows the embankment. There's another one in the tunnel. And we have a little panel on the front which allows us to select which of those we want. In addition, there's 1 at each end of the fiddle yard, so that the operator, if there's something seems to be going wrong, can get a view of what's going on at the other end of the fiddle yard. The mixture of DC and DCC is just simply that we have the 2 lines are pretty well independent, and we can run either line as DC or DCC. We happen to have people in the club with DC locos and some with DCC, so we've done it each way. The main, we've run a lot of Merg electronics and train-on-track detectors, particularly in the fiddle yard. So on the fiddle yard, when we take a train out of a line, as soon as that's gone out, the train behind moves up, and then the one behind that and one behind that. So in the fiddle yard behind, we can get 4 or 5 trains in each row, which gives an enormous number of trains in a small amount. The location with this road in the front was ideal for a car system. It's just a wire buried just below the surface and then painted over, so you can't really see the wire. We've had a couple of bits with problems where it just have to be just right at the surface, otherwise it won't track. The vehicles are very sensitive, so they get too much fluff on things. You've got to be careful. We've got it working reasonably reliably now. We've also now used a couple of Tomitech mechanisms, which are bigger, but they will only fit in the buses. So the Fallow ones are nice because we can make them very small, particularly replace the rechargeable with a little button cell. And it does add another dimension to the layout, having the vehicles moving.